Hello, fellow Cravers. Welcome to the CTG Podcast for the 22nd of October. First of all, I want to apologise for last week. Due to technical issues, we were unable to actually record an episode. But we're back, which is a good thing.
Inferior tech.
If it wasn't for that, first of all, if it wasn't for that inferior tech, we wouldn't have the last. Well, we say 11. It's been 14 episodes, technically, if you include the pilot and the third anniversary.
Well, I'm sorry, but you lied. You just lied. We did actually make an episode last week, but your inferior tech corrupted it.
Yeah,
there was an episode recorded.
Right. The thing is, first of all, we'll explain what happened. We did do an episode on Wednesday, and unfortunately, and we don't know how this has happened. The episode.
It's inferior tech.
The episode got corrupted. Because the episode got corrupted, we then decided to try and do a short one so that we could put something out on the Sunday. Unfortunately, then the software decided, I'm not going to work.
Inferior tech. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't see the reason why to introduce them now they've spoken, but I've got my two of the three co-hosts. I've got Cajr and Hanksy. How are you guys doing this week?
Yeah, not too
fine,
bad.
thanks.
Anyway, talking about inferior stuff, let's move on to yearly games. Now, a lot of people say the same thing. Yearly games is basically either, it's just copying every year the same thing over and over again. Not just sports games, but other games as well. So this has basically been brought up because in 2 weeks' time, Call of Duty's annual game comes out, this time being made by, is it Sledgehammer Games?
Yeah, I think so.
Called Advanced Warfare. Now, this is the first time that Sledgehammer has been put in charge of a full game. They have worked on a Call of Duty before in the multiplayer, usually the co-op stuff, isn't it?
I did, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, is it like the zombies and stuff like that, is it?
Yeah, I think, they did something with it. It's either the co-op stuff or they made some of the maps, either way. Well, like I said, this time they're in charge of a full game, and they've been made the third developers of the Call of Duty series, thanks to this as well. But anyway, the point is, annual games. What do you think of them, first of all? Do you think they are not worth its money sometimes? Do you think there is a place for them? Starting with Hanksy.
Pick somewhere. You've got choice of two in your starting with, there's two people. I've got a choice here. I've got to make a choice.
You could always hear his head going eeny meeny then, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But I think it depends on the game. I mean, I think COD feels a little tired at the moment. And, I know they're trying to do something slightly different this time around, but it just feels a little bit tired. And you just wonder whether it does need a break. I know with Battlefield, obviously they've tried to take...
Forgot about Battlefield as well.
Yeah. I mean, Battlefield's another one which is, appears to now be becoming a yearly game. But at least this time around they do appear to have tried to have done something different with it. The whole cops and robbers thing, but in the end of the day, it's effectively the same, isn't it?
We say that they try and do something different, but in the end, a lot of people just think it's what they've played, and I think all three of us have played the beta.
We all played the beta, yeah.
Yeah. Be honest, I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the Battlefield series. Out of the two of them, I'll always pick Call of Duty over Battlefield. So this might seem a little bit biased here, but when I played the beta, I didn't have fun because you had to go of two modes, didn't we? And it wasn't fun. The maps were, in my opinion, too big. But then other people say, no, it's too small. Thinking, no. I don't want to spend.
If you've played a Battlefield game, you'll understand the Battlefield fans. That map was small.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think the thing with it was again though. I played the beta. I quite liked it. But it although you're playing cops and robbers rather than, you know, one side versus another side of the war, once you've been playing the multiplayer for, you know, for a little bit, it just felt the same as any other Battlefield game. So, I don't think there was any, you know, there's no real difference.
Well, it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you're playing as. You
No,
can
exactly.
customize yourself. You could be playing cops and robbers, you could be playing cowboys and Indians for some people care. As long as it's good gameplay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a shooter, so a multiplayer shooter is going to be what it is, isn't it? There isn't much you can really do to make it different. You know, I mean, obviously, Battlefield has made itself different from COD because of, you know, you've got the vehicles and that, which you've not had in COD, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's still the same general sort of thing, isn't it? You know?
Oh, it's like Assassin's Creed as well. That's been pretty much yearly recently.
Yeah.
The gameplay's never really changed all that much.
No.
Well, they're trying something different this year. Now they're going to bring out 2 games. Just for the hell of it.
One's on the vastly inferior console.
Yes, there's
and the inferior platform of PC.
we might as well say this. Assassin's Creed Rogue is on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Assassin's Creed Unity is on the PS4 and the Xbox One. But if you want to play both of them, you can play it on the PC. Wow.
Inferior, really.
It can't, don't get me wrong, but okay, this is something that I've been talking about. Now, we've had Borderlands come out this week as well.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I want to talk about.
No, I died a bit inside that when that came. I died when that came out on last gen only.
The thing is, I'm in agreement here that I think nowadays, now we've reached into the point where it's coming up to a year of the Xbox One and the PS4. We shouldn't really be seeing titles like that come out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I think the only titles that we should be seeing coming out on that is like, for example, like we're saying now, the yearly games like the sports yearly games, or I don't know, Skylanders.
That's just the biggest load of rip-off I've ever seen, that shite.
Yeah, you're more of a Disney
Infinity type of guy.
No, it's the biggest fucking load of crap I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you can play as Hulk in the Disney Infinity stuff. Now you've got Marvel.
If you want to play as Hulk, get the Lego game.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
or do the next best thing and get the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which was on the Xbox 360, which I have, and the second one.
But then again, like I said, I'm not buying things for my Xbox 360 anymore.
Yeah, I've said that all along. Like I said, I died a bit inside when I found out it was next gen only.
But
Borderlands was just a real surprise, to be honest, for it to just be on the older consoles. It just makes no sense. I mean, the Assassin's Creed with the Rogue. I mean, I don't think anybody really expected that. You know, when that trailer launched, everyone was like, "Well, what's this?" You know, 'cause we obviously all knew about Unity, but Rogue sort of came back. It was as if there was, you know, they've obviously had somebody developing this game and forgot about them, and then all of a sudden they popped up and said, "Oh, we've got this game for you to play, guys," and they've gone, "Oh shit, we better put it out then." It just,
I do think it's good that they are giving the Xbox 360 something.
Yeah, but they've got Unity, haven't they?
No, they haven't.
No, they haven't. Only Unity is only on Xbox One and PS4 and PC.
Ah, right, okay.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
But then again, Rogue has kind of got my interest as well a little bit, because don't get me wrong, I like the idea that he was an assassin. Now he's part of the Templar.
Yeah, the story, but they can use that story however many times they want.
In other words, make a movie of it.
Which they are doing. Well, they're doing
number 2 by the sounds of things. I think they're completely.
It's the first one.
They are doing the first one. I thought they were skipping over that.
Yeah, no, because Fassbender's talks about Altair, all that crap.
Right.
I thought we were talking about Ezio.
No, Altair.
We'll see what happens with that anyway. So that was good. Anyway,
there might be, unless it's just the segments of Altair in it.
Probably. Anyway, let's go back on the subject we was on about. We was on about the annual games
Yearly.
the annual games that are coming out now. Talking about another annual game is, you could say, like the Skylanders and the Disney Infinity. Now, well, the thing is, they make more sense because they're supposed to be aimed at kids.
Yeah, but it's the biggest load of rip-off I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because they target the kids, and then it's like pressure on the parents to buy them.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at what they're charging per statuette.
How much are they charging per statuette? Because I've not actually looked into that.
It's not even. It's over 10 quid easily.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's about £12 a figure, something like that, for Disney Infinity. And I agree with you completely. It is a rip-off. I mean, Disney Infinity came out last year, and we got it for the kids. Yeah, and it is the pressure from the kids then. You know, they want to get all these different figures. And then come this Christmas, the new Disney Infinity comes out.
I want Spider-Man!
You can't use the old Disney Infinity. You've got to buy the new game with the new board and everything else. And you just think, no, come on. Well, why can't they just release some sort of DLC for it? But...
One minute, before we say this, we have been in situations like this ourselves. I'm trying to think. For example, now I remember, Guitar Hero, when that first came out. Now that's another yearly thing that's kind of died out, the music genre.
Yeah.
But I remember where you had to get a new guitar for each game at the beginning of it, because they decided, oh no, now there's an added extra button. Oh no, there's like a bit on it where you can, it's like a touchpad that's going to be added onto it, but you need it so you can play the game. Oh yeah, this one only works with wireless controllers. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No,
well, I know what you mean. The big difference between Guitar Hero and like the Disney Infinity and the Skylanders games is at least all we had to do was buy another guitar. You didn't have to buy, 17 different guitars in different shapes and different sizes.
Wasn't there a guitar as well once as well?
Oh yeah,
they did that DJ game as well, didn't they?
Yeah, DJ
that
Hero.
was my favourite one, actually. Out of them all, that was definitely my favourite DJ Hero. Just spin it as fast as you can. I agree. They are, by the sounds of things, they are a bit of a rip-off. I didn't expect them to be around about 10 quid per statue, which is
yeah.
And so you're telling me this is one thing that I got from it. So when 2.0 came out for Disney Infinity, you had to get a new base for it as well.
The new Disney Infinity, the what's it called? The Marvel? Is it Marvel? Is it the superheroes one?
Well, they're basically theming it mainly around Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. You've got to get a complete new base for it.
They're not stupid. It's Disney.
So you can't just pick up a copy of the game. You've actually got to buy the whole thing all over again. And I'm presuming the figures that you've already brought won't fit. I don't know. That might be wrong. I might be doing it a disservice.
You
but
said
I
brought.
expect they probably won't. I did, yeah. I thought I got away with that.
Who taught you the Queen's English?
It is a complete rip-off.
Well, let's look at the other end of the spectrum. Non-yearly games, like the Halos of the world.
Yeah.
I think...
They work.
They work, yeah, because... look at Borderlands. I mean, take the pre-sequel out, because that's just a abomination.
No.
To next gen.
No, don't be upset about it, but what I've heard, it's actually quite a good game. If anything, I want to play as Claptrap whenever it does come out onto next gen, just because I want to be that annoying prick in the game.
You are that annoying prick in the game.
I know, I can do it purposely. But anyway, yeah, like you were saying about the non-annual games.
Yeah, they build up the anticipation over the years, and then when they get to it, it's like, yeah, it's brilliant. It's not like, well, it's the same as last year's, or it's the same as the year before's.
Yeah.
But
like GTA. It's like they can make each game can be its own game.
Yeah.
It's not got the tag of just being last year's, just done again.
Yeah.
So
like I'm thinking about the GTA. GTA 4 was shit, and GTA 5 brilliant.
Yeah.
And they're both each of their own games.
Yeah.
Well, it's like going back to the sports thing. Now, sports games are basically notoriously known because they've been annual games. Because to be honest, they've always got that number added to them. Even WWE's got that number added to them now. What is it, 2K15 coming out in
Well, they've had it for years.
November for us. Well, not the K part, but they've been adding numbers to it for years.
Well, right, just 1 minute. I shall tell you what.
I doubt that they've had the 2K part because this is actually the second game.
Right, I'll tell you from where I've got WWE SmackDown Wrestling 2007. SmackDown over 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. Then it went to WWE 12, 13, then 2K14.
Yeah.
And 15. So 2K15 comes out in November for us.
Well, you can't really say about the wrestling because over the course of the year, the wrestling roster changes so drastically and things.
Actually thinking of it, I think if one company does do an annual game well, I'd say it's probably 2K. Thinking of it, because they do seem to have some kind of changes to it. Compared to, like, say, EA, where, we've upgraded the mechanics on it. But, yeah, whatever. You got 2K next to it saying, yeah, we've added this. Come, have fun. It's like, for example, like, saying going back to the WWE one. Now, I know this is it's not coming out on the 360 and the PS3 version. Sorry, but we are now in the next generation of consoles here. But the PS4 and the Xbox One is going to have that career mode, which I'm looking extremely forward to because you're basically going to start from the beginning with your character. Now that's what I've always wanted to do in a wrestling game. I want to build it up, which is going to be fun.
Yeah, they used to do it in the old ones, the old SmackDown games.
But it was
PlayStation 2.
Yeah, but it was different. It was story-based, wasn't it, in the end? This one seems that it's the behind-the-scenes stuff as well, by the sounds of things as well, which is good. Actually, talking about wrestling games, there's one wrestling game that sticks in my mind still. You remember the Road to WrestleMania stuff on the GameCube?
No. I've never had a GameCube.
I remember one of them where you could play the role of The Undertaker. And basically, I think what happened was Vince McMahon took you out or something. So you had to go through basically like the back stages and the back alleys and fight and make your way back up until you ended up fighting Vince McMahon on the top of where the sign for WrestleMania is. So you've got to throw him basically off a cliff.
And to any viewers now left, I'm sorry for that. He's going into his nostalgia, which doesn't matter.
I've had my nostalgia moments at times. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think at least they are trying something different there, you know, because the sports games are notoriously bad for this. I mean, FIFA, we get you can see a few more people in the crowd, and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And but it is basically the same game every year, And
I've been playing 15. I can't tell the difference between that and 14, except it's probably a bit better graphics and the mechanics are better. No, I don't want that. Have a break. Give me something better.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got all the stadiums for the Premier League, like Barnsley's.
Barnsley aren't in the Premier League, you dick.
Which one's the one that you don't like? Barnsley?
Dingleland.
Loftus Road. Why have I got that right? Yeah.
No,
Loftus Road.
QPR.
That's QPR.
Which one don't you like?
I'm not speaking it.
You have to now.
I don't.
Burnley. It's Burnley. It's got to be Burnley.
Yes.
Burnley.
It is Burnley.
Surf Moor.
Fuck off.
Now I've got it. Anyway, like I said, we've added more stadiums. Now you can play all the Premier League.
But they could be added as DLC.
That's attractive for people in the UK mainly. Okay, there's other people out there who enjoy the Premier League. You've got to remember it's one of the biggest football leagues out there. But no, it doesn't work that way because I'm guessing Spanish people prefer La Liga, the French prefer
Ligue 1.
Ligue 1. Germans prefer the Bundesliga, so on and so forth.
I think it's two of the games. I mean, because I think the biggest market for FIFA is the UK market, isn't it? By
Yeah,
quite a long way, I think. That's obviously what it's marketed for. The same as the American sports games, the hockey and the
Madden.
American football is obviously, the Madden, franchise is obviously very much focused on the US market, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I think, all right. Talking about annual games, going away from the sports stuff. Now this is going back to like Call of Duty and that lot. Now,
Yeah.
what would you, if you could advise them to do something? By the sounds of things, Call of Duty is going to pre-order sales lately. It's not doing as well as it used to. Now, last year you can't. Last year
Are you
you
actually
can't.
surprised?
Yeah, last year we can't say anything because it was basically the transition from one generation to the next.
Yeah.
But now they're saying that pre-order sales are actually doing worse than last year anyway. So are people just thinking I can easily pick it up when it comes out now, or are people just getting sick of the game?
I think it's a bit of both, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of both.
I think
Well,
pre-ordering games these days, we've said this, haven't we? There's no real need to pre-order them. These days you can. It's very rarely you're going to turn up to a shop on the day of launch and they're going to have sold out. It just doesn't happen, does it?
When it comes to a game like that, you can always pick it up now.
Yeah, they're going to have bought enough copies. They ain't daft. They're going to have bought in enough copies, aren't they? So I think there's that. I think there is an element of people who are just a little bit wary of it now. And I also think with games, particularly with card, there's a lot of people put off buying it because of the bad rep it's got for some of the online stuff, isn't it, as well? So
all the trolling and all that.
Yeah, I think that puts people off. Yeah.
Stupid bros. I know what it means. It's basically, it puts off hardcore gamers because they think it's people that they don't even want to be called gamers anyway, who just play Call of Duty, and it's putting off people who aren't into gaming anyway because they think it's a high top end gaming game anyway because of how well it does. So
I also think with COD it's a little bit of it's done itself in a little bit because people it's becoming cool to slag COD off.
Yeah, it is.
People just like to slag COD off. It doesn't matter if this game comes out in November and it's the best COD game there has ever been. People will still be wanting to slag it off because that just seems to be the thing that people like to do these days, isn't it? People start to run stuff down. We've seen it over Destiny, we've seen it over games as well.
It's become the game itself is become such a polarizing within the gaming world. It's either you love it or you hate it these days. It's like Marmite. Yeah. It's pretty much Marmite effect. There's no middle ground with it anymore. I don't think you have to. It's a case of you have to either love it or hate it.
But then again, even if you hate it, I've noticed as well, more than likely you'll end up buying it. I'll be honest, I've been hating the things. Like I said, I prefer Call of Duty from Battlefield, but it doesn't mean that I like Call of Duty. I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty, but I still end up buying it every year because that's what everyone's going to end up playing.
Yeah, I've
not this year.
I've not bought the game myself since Modern Warfare 3.
People buy it for you.
It's a game that gets bought for me usually for Christmas, and it's nice and I enjoy playing it, but it's not a game that I run out myself on launch night anymore to get,
I think I did it once and that's it, and I hated it.
Yeah.
So.
I think about the annual games thing. I think that we're going to see a lot more annual games, but more of them are going to be re-releases and like the Halo one that's coming out.
Oh,
That's this year's Halo bit, pretty much. And we had Halo Anniversary last year.
Yeah.
Talking about the Halo, have you guys pre-ordered it yet?
Nope.
Yes.
You have? Mine is pre-ordered. Mine's already installed on my Xbox. It just needs it to be unlocked, which I'm now on to 85%.
How many gig did that take?
Well, think it this way. It took about 10% of my hard drive, which I'm now looking at and thinking I've got to start uninstalling games here because now I've got about 15% left on my Xbox. So
I mean, that's worrying as well, isn't it? I think,
Yeah.
It's moving off topic a little bit, but, this isn't, I think, going to be an issue. They've obviously pushed the idea of the digital sales, and yet,
They'll give you a hard drive.
less than a year into the next gen consoles being released, and people are already having to get rid of games off their hard drive to be able to get new ones onto it, which...
I just find it funny because I think the maximum hard drive that you could get on the Xbox 360 was about 250 gig.
500, I think.
It was 500.
There was a 500 towards the end, yeah.
So basically, you've got the same hard drive size as the last Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And first of all, and they didn't click in their mind thinking, well, we've now got to make sure that they've got to install the game onto the console first.
Yeah.
And they didn't click in their mind and thinking, you know what, they might need a bigger hard drive here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, with the hard drive thing, it takes away the ability of just being able to pick up and play a game that you haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, if you say I delete Titanfall, and next week I want to play Titanfall, I'm going to have to reinstall the entire game. It takes that, I mean, with 360, I can play any game I've got on my 360 at any time of my choosing.
The thing is, we're going to reach a point where if we start buying more digital games as well, we've got to make plans in days in advance so we can make sure that we've got it on the console so we can actually play it on the night instead of waiting for it to download.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're in the game, but it's going to take about 2 or 3 hours for it to download. I'm sorry.
Yeah, certainly.
You don't... Anyway, last thing about the annual games. Anyway, so going back to saying Call of Duty, what would you advise them do? If, for example, like I said, they're not doing as well nowadays. By the sounds of things, through their pre-orders. What would you advise them to do with the brand itself?
Who do you want to go first this time?
You can go first because you spoke first.
Well, I think what I'd do is I'd just hold off for a few years, make it like Halo. Now, every couple of years to release it, because you've got more of a build-up, and people are going to want it more. It's not like, last year's rehash. Also, make an absolutely epic campaign mode.
Yeah.
And make it co-op. That's what it's missing, co-op.
Yeah, it's well, they've sort of got the co-op stuff, but it's like the survival stuff. It's like the zombies, the aliens, was it last year?
Yeah.
And the Spec Ops stuff. Before the...
Yeah, but they don't have a
zombies.
Campaign co-op, an actual campaign. Alright, yeah, the extension was to a degree.
A campaign, yeah, sort of.
But it wasn't just an ordinary campaign.
But then again, you could actually play the campaign. You've been able to play the campaign with at least another person for the past couple of years as well, haven't you?
Not online.
Yeah, you have.
Since when?
At least I know last year because I ended up playing with my brother through it. Oh, something's just dawned on Cajr.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could play online.
know.
Yeah, you could play online with the campaign.
You could both be dogs.
No, only one person could be the dog, unfortunately. But yeah, you could play co-op campaign in the
yeah, well, I mean like a proper co-op campaign where you're all soldiers.
Yeah. So, when you said what's it called, like Halo, I'm starting to think. So you want them to do remastered versions of Call of Duty? To see it now.
No, I mean like Halo's in Halo between being since Halo 4 to when Halo 5 comes out.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, Halo 4, when that is 343. I think it was about at least 2 years now.
I think it was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Well, we've had the anniversary edition that came out last year, didn't we? So yeah, it's been about 2-3 years now, and 5 doesn't come out until next year. Even though we've got the beta. Through the Halo Master Chief Collection, which starts on the 27th of December, which I'm looking forward to. We can play some multiplayer Halo 5. What was going on? What was I on about?
I love that sidetrack. You were kind of babbling.
Yeah, I was. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I now thinking, I was joking about the remastered stuff, but I'm starting to think, actually, it might work quite well. Say, do the Modern Warfare in a bundle.
It won't work though because the thing is,
You'll get a full campaign from it.
yeah, but the campaign wasn't that solid towards the end. It was the first campaign was brilliant. I loved it. I used to play it over and over. And then it's as they started focusing much more on the multiplayer side.
Yeah,
it's like the campaign was just we'll put it in anyway, just for some people who want to play it. It became unimportant.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Well,
I'd agree with that.
One thing I've just realised as well here. Now, we said Skylanders, we said Call of Duty. I just realised who owns both brands now.
Disney.
Activision. No, 1 minute. No.
Well, he said Disney. I'm sure Disney's been doing their own game for years. Yeah, but Disney can own that as well, you know.
Well, they don't own that.
They own Star Wars, for God's sake.
I'm to be honest, yeah, they own. Oh God, that's going to be 3.0. It's going to be Star Wars, isn't it? It's going to come out. It's going to come out when the movie comes out. There you go, Hank. See, that's what you're going to be buying next. You're going to be buying Star Wars.
I quite like the idea of that one, though. I'm quite happy to buy Star Wars.
Obi-Wan. Darth Maul.
That's what I just slowly started to realise with the Disney stuff. They're not aiming it at kids. And I've just seen this with the Marvel stuff. They are trying to aim it at us now. You know you want to play with the Marvel characters.
No.
Right, anyway, let's move on to the next subject. We want to talk about something that we used to get quite often in gaming, and that was demos of games. They seem to be, well, very few and far between nowadays. I think the only times we do get something like that, it's sports games, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Seems to be the way this time.
Now, in my opinion, I think they're kind of dying down because of, be honest, we've got the internet telling us about the game. It's basically what we're trying to do as well, where we're telling people about the game so they don't have to. So they basically get our opinions and then they go and buy the game anyway. So there's no reason for demos. So.
Well, I do miss a good demo. Because it used to be like the first level of a game, or I don't know. You know, it used to be first level is something which shows you what a broad range of the game. But now you get nothing.
Mm.
Yeah, but like I said, I'd rather get nothing and get a good game than them think, you know what, we've got to make sure that there's a demo available as well. So make sure we have a few people working on the demo.
I'm sure they can make the first level of, like, say, the Call of Duty franchise, or a level of the Call of Duty franchise, which it's got a lot of the gameplay that you can do in the game in that one level. I'm sure they can do that.
But then again, is there any point of doing it anymore? Like I said, okay, it's fun for us to have a go of it, but like I said, there's
you
other
can
people
never really know how a game's going to play until you've actually played it.
Yeah, I mean you can read about them, you can watch them on Twitch or YouTube, whatever, but until you've actually got your hands on the game, you don't know whether it's going to suit you, you know, whether you're actually going to enjoy it. You know, just because somebody else really likes it doesn't mean you are, does it? I mean, Destiny with Cajr, you know what I mean? It's, you know.
But then again, by the looks of things, going on Destiny here, usually if it's a big game like that, and we've seen this quite often nowadays, they do public betas.
Yeah, I know something I was going to say is that is definitely something that in the last couple of years has become more and more something that happens, isn't it? That we have the beta and sometimes the alpha, which is basically a massive demo in itself, isn't it? Really, you know. Yeah,
but they can change between the beta and the actual full release. They can change a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if they released the demo, say 2 weeks prior to release, like say they did the Call of Duty, goes out tomorrow and said, right, you've got 2 weeks. Call of Duty's coming out in 2 weeks. Here's the demo. See what you think. You know.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think nowadays it is basically, like you said, I understand what you say. Okay, give them the first. Actually, this just clicked to my mind. This is going to conventions ideas here. Now we do get to demo the games technically, some of the games. Like for example, going back to a couple of weeks ago, I demoed a couple of games at Eurogamer. So now thinking of it, why don't they just use those?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's some games can change wildly from a gaming convention to the final product.
Yeah, but that's what they used to do with demos anyway.
Yeah, but most demos that I can remember, they could what's it called? They were pretty close to release, and they can't change too much into like say a couple of weeks.
Nah.
Whereas, when did you first play Alien Isolation? Months ago.
It was Birmingham, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
So
that was an alpha. That was
April
different.
time. Yeah, but it was April time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was April time, and then it came out in October.
Yeah.
There's a lot they can change in that time.
They did change quite a lot. Now I remember because I remember going around in the room. I still remember the alpha. I remember that we had to go into that room, and then that's when the alien dropped. And you saw the tail. Now I remember the tail cinematic, but you both saw when the alien dropped during my live stream, which hopefully will be up on YouTube by the time this podcast comes up.
Which I need to have words with you about. You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You did.
I just realised. Yeah, I didn't lie to you. Okay. I'll let you point out.
You lied to me. You said there was no difficulty setting. Did you or did you not tell me that last week? Well, not 2 weeks ago.
I got
then.
information that was false that said that there was no difficulty setting. But there was a difficulty setting, and Hanksy can be my proof here. I did put it on the hardest difficulty in the end.
Yeah, he did. Actually, it was quite funny, because I was there right at the start, and GD had rung me, and he was still saying that there is no difficulty level setting on it. And then when he loaded the game up,
I just saw my face
it gave him the option, and he had to click on it.
But he still lied to me by saying it didn't have one.
I did play it on the hardest difficulty, so it did happen. So
therefore, your forfeit is to play the
there is no forfeit. I've done the challenge.
I think Outlast.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Outlast.
No, I'm not.
Community vote. Community vote.
No, don't do a community vote because I'm not. Because look, seriously, I am not touching Outlast. That is it.
If the community says you are, you're touching Outlast.
No. I be honest. Out of any game, that is one game I'm definitely not touching. And you know I'm not going to touch it. Even don't get me wrong, I appreciate the community. It's just there is a limit to what I will do, and that is my limit. I played Evil Within.
You didn't have a limit in the sewers, though, did you?
Or I will. Hey, no, you're not allowed to mention that. I did do the challenge.
I just did. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
The back. What were we talking about?
We were talking about demos.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, demos that did actually come out in the past on the discs. I remember that because you got like PlayStation magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah, Xbox magazine used to do the same thing.
Yeah, but there used to be like I said, there used to be the demos that were at expos and conventions. So technically, you're getting a demo that had been made months before it actually got finished.
Yeah, okay then. Let's go to the thing on the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Right? You had the demo section in the marketplace, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I remember sometimes the games that would come out 6 months previous, and then they'd suddenly bring a demo out for it.
Yeah.
It was like, that game's 6 months old, and you're bringing the demo to us now?
Yeah.
There's sometimes they're bringing the demos out way past due, basically.
Well, the thing is, like I said, there is still, I think, you two are on Xbox at the moment, aren't you? Can you just see if this is right? There is actually a demo section in the store, isn't there? Still.
I'm not sure, actually.
I swear there
Sure.
is. I think there is a demo section, but like I said, I think it's mainly what's it called? The sports games at the moment. So
Just looking now.
Yeah, but I understand that
Releases.
some games can't have demos, like your Skyrims, your open world basically, because you could have to load the entire world.
yeah, but that's what people would want demos for.
Yeah, but
It's popular. You've got
it's
an
just
option.
not feasible.
You've got an option at the moment for popular game demos, and you've got FIFA 15, Forza Horizon, and PES 2015.
Oh god, yeah,
That's
there is a Forza one. I just realised because that's what I've been
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it though.
which was the actual demo at Eurogamer.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, like I said, the thing is, I don't see the point of having demos now. I'd rather them focus on getting the games done and out as soon as possible. So like I said, lately we've been having more delays than it's not funny anymore. Okay,
Yeah, but some of the delays are because of beta feedback.
yeah, so that is our demos. We've
Yeah,
got
but-
betas. There we go. Happy.
Yeah, but demo is about what the game's going to play like when you get it.
Yeah.
Not, or this is what we're doing, what do you think? I
Yeah.
understand, betas and demos are two different things to me. Because beta is something where you're testing the game out. You're basically play testing it from.
Yeah, and the other thing is with the beta tends to be multiplayer.
Yeah,
And-
shooting
So if there's a
times as
big multiplayer coming out, then they beta test it. Because basically what they're actually doing is testing the servers, isn't it? Make sure they can hold up. And it's not
Yeah.
too glitchy.
And like I said,
If it's
they
a
can-
game that's not a multiplayer, if it's just a single player game, you don't get a beta test.
So yeah, it's testing the game, see what they need to improve and whatever. Like the
Yeah.
Battlefield bit got delayed because of the beta test. But
Yeah.
also, a beta test is only for a period of time, a set period of time.
Yeah.
It's not whenever you want. Whereas a demo, you can just pick it up, play it. Yeah, this game, my type of game, I might give it a go.
Yeah.
You know, that's gone if there's no demo. There's no
Yeah.
play testing it.
But then again, I think
Remember-
it's also cheaper for the developers as well.
Hmm. And what used to be
cares?
nice, with the 360 was a lot of the, the arcade, a lot of the arcade games used to have the playable demos, which was always good fun, because
Trial version,
some of
weren't
them,
they?
yeah, basically, and so some, which was effectively a demo, wasn't it? And some of them are games you wouldn't want to buy the full game, but actually you could spend a good half an hour, when you've got nothing else to do, just playing the trial,
Yeah.
things like that.
Anyway, talking about the arcade games, this might be a good way to segue to the next section. About the Microsoft ID program and what they've been technically saying to the people who want to develop for the Xbox One. Now, a lot of people basically have been hearing that Xbox One have been telling indie games if they want to develop for the Xbox One, they've got to make sure the game either comes out first on the Xbox One or at the same time as if it's on other consoles, including PC. Now, this is what people are starting to think is the reason why a lot of indie games have decided to go over to the PlayStation 4, because they don't have these restrictions in the contract. So, guys, your opinions on this? Now, we've been playing. Be honest, that's what we've been playing. Best part of this year has been the indie games. So, well,
Yeah,
what-
I think they're cutting the nose off to spite the face really by doing that, because they're trying to force their own will on a game. It's like, that doesn't work.
the thing
They'll just jump ship and say, right, we'll bring it on this first, and you can have it as a sloppy seconds kind of thing.
the thing is, I feel sorry for them, because in the end, the indie studios, they're not your Activisions, they're not your EAs. They're basically
Yeah, I know.
studios that, don't get me wrong, they can't afford most of them can't afford to develop for two consoles at the same time. The only way that to do that is probably going to be a very sloppy port of the game, which you don't want in the end.
I mean, we had the old Minecraft thing, like, when was it coming out, and they just give us a month. Alright, they missed it just.
By what,
Yeah.
1 to 2 days or something, and then they missed with the
Well,
beta about 2 months.
Yeah, but
But yeah, I know what you mean. It's but then again, can we count Minecraft as an indie game anymore?
Well, we can't now because it's owned by Microsoft.
Exactly. Well, but you know what I mean.
But you could when it came out. I mean, it was
It wasn't an indie game. It was a developer, and it just went huge.
Yeah.
It was still independent. It wasn't a huge studio. Even when they bought it, it wasn't a huge studio that Microsoft bought itself, was it?
No.
So it's still technically, it's just they had this awesome product.
Yeah, that was part of the reason that Notch gave for selling, wasn't it? Was that, you know, he was an indie game developer who developed an indie game which had got so big it wasn't what he wanted to be doing. Yeah.
It's the main reason why he's left Mojang as well, because he just didn't want to be known just for that.
No.
I remember, I think it was about, I'd say about 9 months, a year ago, I remember him actually going to the press and saying, look, I've basically put an ultimatum down on Mojang and said, if we can't make a game that's anywhere near as popular as Minecraft has gotten, then in the next 10 years, I'm going to shut down the studio. Well, he doesn't have to do that now. He's basically sold the studio instead.
Yeah, made money off it.
But that's typical Notch and Mr. Contradiction, isn't it? Where, you know, he's just sold Minecraft and Mojang because he said it got too big, and yet 12 months ago he was saying, you know, if we don't get a game as big as Minecraft, then I'm going to go anyway. So, I
think the fact it didn't want another big hit. It did. It just wanted. It wanted something other than Minecraft.
Yeah, but the problem is everything he's ever tried to make since Minecraft, he's bailed out of halfway through, hasn't he?
Well, what did he have? He had Scrolls, and then he had that one that was weirdly titled 10X something or whatever.
There was the card based game,
which did actually come out. It just flopped. And the other one
it came out at the same time as Heapstone, didn't it? So.
Yeah, that was a bad move. Yeah, let's put a card game out when Blizzard decides to put theirs out.
Yeah.
No, nothing can go wrong here. But then again, like I said, going with Notch, he is quite a controversial man. I remember him saying when Oculus Rift was bought by Facebook. And he says, yeah, that's it. I'm not putting we're not getting a Minecraft on the Oculus Rift. Now they're still on about it.
Yeah.
Well, now we know it's probably not going to go to Project Morpheus. Now it's owned by Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, he's the same this is the same Notch he was talking about, you know, not selling out to huge corporate giants, wasn't it?
And they sold to one of the biggest.
Shall we get off Notch before we start getting sued?
Sorry. But anyway, what was on about the indie games? Yeah. So basically, I feel sorry for the indie games with this, and I understand why they're going over to the PS4 because you don't do that. The thing is, especially when you've now basically said, yeah, we're doing it for the games. We're basically doing the games, especially how we screwed up earlier in the year. We're now doing it for the games. We've even swapped over to a new person who's basically games.
Yeah.
And then basically this comes out.
There were a few games when they did the E3 thing. I forget E3 that we've watched, where they did all them games which were coming out for the ID system thing.
Yeah.
And you had like that Space Engineers and all the things like that. I forgot what else there were. Like Super Hot or something like that. It was called.
Go Simulator. Or was that PlayStation 4?
It was the Xbox. It was the Xbox.
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, you had Plague Inc. Evolved. But you had all these good games and it's like, well, where are they? We want some. Oh, I want some. Sorry.
But then
I've watched a few. It's going back to the demos. I've watched a few on Twitch, and it's like, yeah, I want to play now.
You can get them on Steam.
Yeah, that's fucking shit. I don't want to move to an inferior system.
The thing is that I'm agreeing here. We've been hearing about it now. It might be thing like Space Engineers, Goat Simulator, and Plague Inc. Now we've known these games have been around for. Plague Inc. we'll stay away from because of certain other news stories that's happened. That's probably why that's been delayed. But say Space Engineers and Goat Simulator. Now these games were popular before they were even announced at E3, weren't they? So
yeah, they've already got to follow it, and it's like Space Engineers is pretty much Minecraft but in space.
Yeah.
But you can build ships.
Yeah.
It's like that appeals to me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been told
mate.
I'm not allowed to play it, even though I've got the game.
Yeah, I've told you not allowed to play until, so we don't want you knowing how to do everything, and then us be like, when,
Who's just
yeah,
basically, how are you guys doing? Look at my ship! I've come to destroy you.
and then we all gang up on him and kill him anyway.
But it won't work because my ship will be superior. And it'll be green. it'll be in the shape of a creeper.
But I mean, yeah, I think the relationship between Microsoft and the indie gamers, indie studios, has been strained pretty much since the Xbox One was announced, wasn't it? And we had the whole issue with Sony giving away the kits to be able to produce games for the PS4, and Microsoft trying to charge some huge amount of money, and then having to, again, embarrassingly, as they did with everything else at the start, do a U-turn and, start giving away stuff.
Well, then again,
so it's been strained, and then they seem to have managed to get themselves some way, back in with the indie studios, and then they hit them with this, and you just think,
well,
somebody at the top's making some,
well,
someone at the top's taking some really bad decisions again.
Well, it's basically making me think. I remember a story a couple of years. You remember the game Fez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It first came out on the 360, didn't it? Now, there was a huge bug problem with it where you couldn't get the final piece, so you couldn't complete the game. A lot of people struggled with this bug. And so, afterwards, they went to Fez, who, to be honest, the guy, they said pretty much, we're not going to fix the game because we cannot afford to fix the game. And then we found out that the Xbox is charging, 10 grand, basically to put a patch for them to fix this game. And you're thinking, you don't do that. You don't charge them to fix the game because, don't get me wrong, it's to fix the game. It's going to make your what we called gamers.
That's customers.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll make your customers happy. In the end, that's the point. You don't. The thing is, they're an indie studio. This is probably their only game. They've not probably got 10 grand just to spend to fix something that is basically probably a simple change of the code.
Yeah.
And then charge them 10 grand just to fix it.
It's just money grabbing at the end of the day. It's like, this is a popular game. We want our piece of the pie kind of thing.
But there's just proving that with Microsoft, they do. The thing is, they're doing better with the indie developers now because they're starting to realise. Be honest, that's where you're probably going to get your next big hit from.
But I think as Microsoft for a whole, with Xbox, I think they've actually, dare I say this, overtaken the PlayStation at the moment.
I think it's just what games are coming out.
Exactly. They're getting the games out, whereas Drive Club, it's out, but apparently it's bad at the moment.
But then again,
server issues.
Yeah, but then again, I'm starting to think at the same time. The thing is, I agree. Xbox are getting some of the better, exclusives. But don't get me wrong. A lot of people are more excited about the
cross-platform games.
Thank you. Cross-platform games than the actual independent. It's like Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward more to Assassin's Creed.
I got a game for you I bet you're looking forward to, which is an Xbox exclusive. Sunset Overdrive.
See, it doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me, but I know GD's looking forward to it.
But that's different. That's different.
How is it different?
Okay. I'm thinking it this way. I'm looking more forward to Assassin's Creed Unity than I'm looking forward to Sunset Overdrive.
Okay then, list your top 3 games you look forward to.
Top 3 games that I'm looking forward to.
The most.
What? Just this year, or
year?
Do we include the games that are coming out at the beginning of next year as well?
Just this year. Just up before Christmas. All the games that come out.
Assassin's Creed Unity, of course. Sunset Overdrive, like you said. And I hate to say it, but I don't know.
Disney Infinity 2.
Yeah, Disney Infinity 2.
It's already out. That's already out, you dipshit.
Probably out of the other games that are coming out. Damn it, it's going to be Halo.
There you go, two Xbox exclusives.
But that's different. The thing is, Halo's Halo. That's Halo. Yeah, the thing is, I agree. PlayStation 4 does not have the exclusives at the moment.
At the moment, how many exclusives have they actually got out at the moment? One?
About 3 or 4 or 5, I think. They've got The Last of Us. They've got
which is just a remastered edition. It's not actually a brand new game.
They've got Infamous Second Son, Drive Club.
Which got you really want to say that?
I do.
Now let's compare that with Xbox.
You're forgetting the biggest one. You can't forget Knack.
Oh yeah, Knack. No, we can't count that. That was last year. Oh, God damn it, Knack.
If you look at the exclusives, then Xbox definitely got the best exclusives. But I think DD's right. It's a bit of an unfair question at the moment because we're in that time towards the end of the year when all the bigger games are coming out. But if you actually take it over the next 6 months, then I'd think you'll probably find that most of the games you're really looking forward to are the cross-platform ones.
Yeah, I agree, but like I say, I think Xbox have pulled slightly ahead of the PlayStation because they're getting their exclusive titles out.
Yeah, but I mean, on the same note though, Wii U is pulling slightly ahead of Xbox.
Yeah, I agree. I think if out of any of them, and I hate to say this because how much we do bash the console itself, I think Wii U does have the better exclusive titles.
The fastest selling console in the last couple of months has been the Wii U because of Mario Kart and Smash Bros.
Well, it's not just that. They've also had another game that has been scoring brilliantly across the board.
You're going to talk about Bayonetta.
I am, aren't I?
Oh, you perv.
No. The thing is, what's it called? If you look at everyone that's done a review, except for Polygon, but they have been getting at least 9 and above. At the moment, because the thing is, you keep on forgetting Bayonetta. When it did come out, it has got when it comes to the actual combat mechanics, is brilliant combat mechanics. It's I'm a fan of hack and slash games. That's why I'm a fan of Devil May Cry. That's why I'm a fan of Devil May Cry and stuff like that. But Bayonetta is one of those that does it brilliantly, and that's why it's been scoring so well so far. And the only thing that upsets me about it is that it's on the Wii U.
No.
I would have wanted it on the PC as well.
No.
Exclusives do sell consoles. There's no doubt about that.
It's like you say, Wii U, because of its exclusives, would it have sold without its exclusives?
No.
Well, no, because it hasn't got anything else.
Exactly.
It's like it's like I say, if you think about what's coming out for the rest of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox has got the more exclusives.
But then again, you just said it there. If it didn't have its exclusives, would it sell anywhere near as well as the PS4? Which I don't think it will. I think the PS4 would do... Out of the thing, if you said get rid of the exclusives, what they've got, I still think
the PS4 is still the better system. I think it's still the better system.
In my opinion, it's the better system.
I think this is a discussion for a few weeks' time.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Let's close this up with what we usually close up with, and that is the quick update of things that has happened. Now, first of all, we might as well go with updates that are coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One. And what seems to be the trend at the moment, they're bringing customization to the dashboards.
Eventually.
Finally, we're happy. With the PlayStation 4, I'm guessing it's going to go with the same how the PS3 and the PS Vita, which just got their themes added this month. You'll be able to change the background on the thing. But at the moment, they say that you can change the colour of it. You've got a choice between gold, green, purple, pink, red, and grey, I think it was. That's the last one. But then we've also got the Xbox One, which announced this week. They're going to be giving you the option to customize your Xbox One background by letting you use, when you get an achievement, you got that plaque thing, don't you?
Yeah.
You'll be able to now put that plaque thing on the background, and you'll also be able to share it through Twitter.
But you can already share the achievement anyway.
Sorry, no, you can share any video clips you do through Twitter, which is
Oh, that's a good thing. So if I say I'm playing FIFA and I score an absolutely brilliant goal,
yeah,
I
you
can
can put it
put
on
on
Twitter. Yeah, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. That is actually a good.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking about the updates, like I said, it's 2.0 for the PlayStation 4. That's also going to include the share play as well, which I'm looking forward to. If you don't know what share play is, it's basically going to be like a digital couch co-op effect, where you'll be able to hand the controller over to your, not physically, what's the word? Virtually hand the controller, thank you. I don't know why I didn't think that word.
I wasn't going to help him.
It means you can play co-op games with a friend who hasn't actually got the game, isn't it?
But we're getting slightly confused what is actually happening with it. Well, by the sounds of things, what we can do, it's like if you're stuck on a part, you can virtually hand it over to one of your friends who's in your party to basically do that part for you. They don't have to have the game, they'll just be using your PlayStation as a stream. And I think there's a limit to about an hour that you can play.
Right.
So, but then again, there might be more. We hopefully will get that couch co-op game that we want from it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm not a fan of couch co-ops at the moment. Other stories that we've got. Project Cars. It has been delayed until March. The main reason why they're delayed, and I'm happy that an actual game developer has come out and said this honestly, is because it's too crowded in November. That's the main reason why they've actually delayed it until March. Plus, they want to work on it a bit more, but that is the main reason, because they think it's too crowded in that time. Which is true, it is. So that's one game I'm still not 100% sure what it is. It's a racing game, but what's makes
it needs some research.
Yeah. Titanfall is going to be getting a 4-player co-op mode called Frontier Defense. So a reason to go and play Titanfall again, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it?
That sounds quite interesting.
It's basically a horde mode-esque battle that pits 4 players against increasingly difficult waves of AI enemies. So, so you got co-op, multiplayer co-op with that. There's going to be a new Mortal Kombat live action series coming.
Right.
Basically, you know, like the Legacy series.
Yeah.
Basically, the people who is in association with Mortal Kombat 10 when it comes out. Warner Brothers has announced that they've got a division focusing on live action and animated series for the digital platform. That'd be nice. I want to see.
Yeah, but how much they're going to charge?
I don't know. If they do what they did with Legacy, I think Legacy was developed by Warner Brothers as well. They'll probably put it on YouTube.
Well, Warner Brothers have because they helped develop the game.
Yeah, exactly. But they helped with the Legacy series, which was on YouTube. So hopefully it'll be put on there. It'll be a web series. It could even be put on like Netflix or Amazon Prime.
But yeah, back to my original question: how much are they going to charge for it? It's not going to be for free.
I don't know. The Legacy one was.
Yeah, if it's like a webisode type thing, it'll be free.
Yeah, I think the only time it won't be free is if, like I said, they put it on Netflix or Amazon Prime, but then you just pay for the subscription.
Yeah, but it's like I say.
I know what you mean.
They're going to want to make money out of it, end of the day.
Well, yeah, but they probably make money. The thing is, we don't go into the movie stuff for the first place because we don't know how they make the money. I think they just sell the rights to air it.
Yeah.
They don't say, right, I want how much from how many viewers. They just sell the rights, and that's how they get the episode in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. I'm looking through the things that is on the internet. Have you guys got any stories? Am I looking through? Oh, that's a no?
You're asking.
No.
Oh, you've had. Have you been off work today?
Me? No.
Why are you lying to me?
Because I haven't been off work today.
Why are you lying to me?
Anyway. Oh, that's another thing. Gabe Newell has had a death threat.
Oh yeah, I do actually have a bit more about that. The developer
Yeah.
who actually gave the death threat now resigned, so the game can get released.
Yeah, basically what happened, what's the guy's name? Mike Mulbeck, who created the game called Paranautical Activity. Basically their game went out of early access. And so, in other words, they basically saw on the front of Steam, and I think basically they used the image that they used for early access. So he basically decided to go onto Twitter and basically send a death threat to Gabe Newell.
Yeah, that's clever.
And because of that, Steam took the game down, basically took it off Steam. And so forth, he went to him and said, "Look, I'm sorry. Can we put the game back on?" They said, "No, because you threatened to kill one of our employees." And you don't get me wrong, you get angry, but you don't basically do a tweet. That's how you basically. This is the quickest way. If you want to be in game development, this is the quickest way to end your career. It's a complete idiot. We've talked about Xbox One's update. By the way, going back onto that, if you're on the preview program, you'll be able to do the dashboard thing now. But it's going to, if you're not on the preview program, it's November's update. So yeah. I think that's all I can think of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
New releases?
Yeah, game releases.
Yep, going on to game releases. You guys, you know what? We'll do it in a different order. Have you guys got any plans this week? Starting with Hanksy.
No, nothing much really, I don't think. Real life sort of taking over a bit at the moment, so I might be on at some point, but I don't know what I'll be playing.
And if you do any streaming,
and if I do stream, I will be on twitch.tv/Hanksy1979.
Is
that right?
Do you know what?
Was that actually right?
Do you know what I find funny about it? You've said it so many times now. I think how many episodes you've been on? About 7. I would say you've been on about 5, 6, 7 episodes now. Yet you still question the Twitch.tv part. Caj, what about you, mate?
Well, since I think I united the Towers of Bling the other day.
Apart from the Tower of War.
Apart from the Tower of War.
That's not a Tower of Bling. We have 2 Tower of Blings. One's
Tower of Bling.
No, we don't have a tower. It's not a Tower of Bling. They're completely different friggin' tower.
Anyway, carry on.
He's arguing with me.
I'm not arguing with you. What's it called? Just get on. Yes. Have you got any? Have you got any plans? No, you haven't got any plans. Fair enough. Right.
I do have plans, but you can fuck off now.
Fair enough. If you give a damn about Cajr's plans, he'll probably be airing them on twitch.tv/CAJR87. So yeah, there we go. Me, I've not got any plans, but like I said, hopefully the playthrough of Alien Isolation will be up by now. We've got a Tower of Bling challenge coming out on the 2nd of November, and we've also got a stream on Halloween, which I don't know. It's probably going to be. It's going to be the Evil Within. I'm not.
No, it's going to be out.
It's not going to be goddamn Outlast.
It is if I have anything to do with it.
I don't know. You know what? I don't give a damn. If you don't give a damn telling us what it is, I'm not doing Outlast. There we go. Anyway.
So you're going to go against the community wishes
I'm going to go against your wishes. This is your wishes. I'm doing the evil within.
You're supposed to be the Craver of the Year, and you're going against the community thing. I'm going to revoke your.
Oh. I don't care.
No, you're not being a good Craver if you're going against the community wishes.
I'm not going against the community wishes. I'm just not stupid enough to play that goddamn awful game.
But you're going against the community wishes, because if they choose you, they want you to play Outlast.
You know what? Screw that. We're going with Sunset Overdrive. That's a zombie
Outlast,
game.
not Outlast.
Screw it. We're going with Viva Pinata. Anyway, moving on to the new releases of the week. For Friday the 24th of October, we have The Walking Dead Season 1 Game of the Year Edition and Walking Dead Season 2 coming out on the 360, PS3, Xbox One and PS4, and the Season 1 will be coming out on the PC. The Voice I Want You...
They don't even get Season 2.
They've already...
Inferior machines.
Because they've already got Season 2. That's the main reason they've already got it.
But so they don't have Season 1 yet?
They do, but they don't have it as a disc version. So, anyway, The Voice, I Want You, is coming out on the Wii, 360, PS3, Wii U. Super Ranger... Sorry? Try that again. Super Ranger. Power Ranger Super Mega Force is coming out on the 3DS, and that is a must-buy. Yeah, SingStar...
I think I'll decide what's a must-buy.
SingStar Ultimate Party is coming out on the PS3 and the PS4. I think that's the one where you can use your mobile phones as the microphones.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. Disney Magical World on the 3DS. Shadow Warriors coming out on the Xbox One and PS4. I've heard that's actually quite a good game as well. Samurai Warrior 4, PS3, PS4 Vita. Fantasia Music Evolved, another Disney game, coming out on the 360 and Xbox One. The game for Cajr, Just Dance 2015, comes out on the Wii, 360, PS3, Wii U, Xbox One, and PS1. We know you love that game.
Yeah. I want to see you stream that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you'd have a chance because I don't have my Connect working.
And then the two biggest games that are coming out on the Friday, we've got Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth coming out on the
No, that's PC. We don't talk about PC with that dark.
And one of my games,
we said big releases.
And one of the games that makes me cry because it's not coming out on anything else, Bayonetta 2 is coming out on the Wii U on Friday. Also, we've got
Who cares about the frigging Wii U as well? What the fuck?
Grow up!
No.
Game releases. There's also a game releasing on Tuesday, the 28th of October. We've got MX versus ATV Supercross on the 360 and the PS3. So that's our game releases of the week.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. I'm sorry about me. I'm a bit under the weather as well. I might as well put that out as well.
GD's under the weather, so I feel sorry for him.
Can you hear that little squeak in the background? That's the world's smallest violin.
How do you know about my violin? No, actually, that squeak is probably my voice because I can feel it going. So we might as well end it here. Tune in. Forgot that bit. For any of the latest news, hopefully we can start getting this back running again. craveyourgame.wordpress.com. If you want to be a craver, you can join at cravethegame.net. And don't forget to tune in on Monday for the Witten update, and next Friday, for a very special podcast for a certain reason. So that is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Goodbye.
Good night.